my god. Yes. Svetlana, what do you want? I was about to get REM sleep. You're always bothering me. What is it now? What do you want? You're the bane of my existence. What? I told you where to download your modeling photos. Just use one of my 40 computers. They're all over the house. You did what? You try to put your pictures on my Apple IIe. Oh my god. That's like a collector's item. I told you just play Oregon Trail and leave it alone. Anyway, it's from the 80s. You can't download anything onto it. Just use one of the 40 laptops I have. God. Not since Friedrich Nietzsche have we seen somebody so smart. Yeah, any one of the laptops will do. Hello. You're younger than me. You should be more in tune with this stuff. Well, what? What do you mean? I told you to go look at the silver laptop, the silver Apple laptop. Nadia did what to it? She took that and a whole bunch of other laptops. Oh my god. Which ones did she take? Did she take the green laptop? I have pictures of the circus carnies and olive oil. Yeah. No. I hope she didn't take that one. Okay, good. It's still here. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. That one also has the ferrets and the PVC pipes. Okay, fine. Where did Nadia take? Oh, I wonder if the DVD of the sacrifice of the Skull and Bones initiation was on. No, that's on the other one. She took it to where? Shmuley's laptop and repair? On the corner of Wilmington and First. Open 7 days a week. From 9:30 to 7. Oh my god, fine. I'll pick it up whenever. When is it ready? When is it going to be ready, do you know? Oh my god. Two weeks? Fine. Just mark it in my calendar. Svetlana, you're the bane of my existence. Okay, fine. I'm going to go. Whatever. I'll pick up the laptop when I need to. I don't really care. As long as they don't have the pictures of the circus carnies and vegetable oil, it's fine. It's not a problem. Yeah, that laptop has a bunch of emails. So what? I know what I'm doing. I'm good at politics. Hello? Do you know who my dad is? Yeah. Yeah, those are a bunch of dumb emails. Like work emails. Yeah, no big deal. It's like not like they're only on the hard drive, Svetlana. Other people have the emails too. They were sent to people. They were forwarded. Hello. Oh my god. Yeah, it's the emails at about the money I got and I gave to my dad. Whatever. I know, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just go back to bed. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, fine. Yeah, it's money that I made that I gave to my dad to broker meetings. God, you ask too many questions. Going to bed. Good night. Ladies and gentlemen, Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. Luke St. Martin, Eric H526, thank you so very, very, very much. Newborn Quail, yes, Simon. Thank you so very, very much. I have to go ahead and do these little stream of consciousness openings. Just because Sam Roth, you got that. Just because it's one way to kind of address the algorithm issue. And it's satire, and there are people who are like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Why are you talking this way? It's like, obviously, it's a parody of a certain person in the news who gave his laptop to a repair shop. And it's not funny. I understand. It might not be funny for a lot of people. But it's a way to, it's like a PG-13 way of explaining exactly what's going on without, with abiding, and also abiding by YouTube policies. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting a lot of people who want to, Timothy, thank you. I'm getting a lot of people, JSpot51, hello. Sam, hello. I'm getting a lot of people who are spiking the ball in the end zone. Average Joe Wright, hello. Thank you, Average Joe Wright. I'm getting a lot of people who are spiking the ball in the end zone saying, I just want to let you know, AJ, I too predicted that Trump will go 8 years, and I told you that Clinton wouldn't run. And I'm like, well, is it November 3rd yet? So people are like, are you ready to accept, your prediction didn't take place? Are you ready to, have egg on your face? Are you ready to, admit you are wrong? First of all, I'll be right about the biggest issue. I'll be right about both issues. Clinton's going to replace Biden. That will be the biggest political call of all time. If there's a small chance that he's not replaced, but I'll just say 100% he'll be replaced by Madam Secretary, who will save the political party because Botox B's campaign is done. Done. Okay? When people, watch the skit, it's not funny, I don't understand it. And then I get the, I don't like your hats. Like, oh my God, it's just a hat. They're Oni masks. Look them up. Look up what the Oni. It's Japanese folklore. It's actually a good luck. It's part of No Theater. I'll read it really quickly. Now I can't stop talking like good old Hunter. No Theater is a major form of classical Japanese dance drama that has been performed since the 14th century. Now, within No Theater, performers wear Hanya masks. And the meaning of the Hanya mask, on the Hanya masks, there are Onis. So these are like, what's the difference between a Hanya and Oni? Okay, so the Onis are, so the Hanya mask is a female Japanese demon, female demon in Japanese folklore. The Oni masks are the male demons. If you wear them, it's good luck. So people who are lately I've been getting two types of messages from, not everyone, just a couple people on the comment section. One is, are you ready to admit defeat? Clinton is not running. You were wrong. Which I'll be right on. Clinton will eventually replace Biden, and that will be the biggest political call of all time. Because you see what's going on. I told you all of this would take place. I didn't tell you exactly. I don't know. I didn't know Hunter would go to a Shmuley's repair shop on the corner of Wilmington and First in Delaware and leave his laptop there. But I'm getting that. Which, don't spike the ball in the end zone too quickly, naysayers, because that's going to happen. Then I'm getting, I don't like your hat. It's fiendish, and it might have a secret meaning. Doesn't have a secret meaning. Look it up. It's part of Japanese folklore, and it's beautiful. My God Almighty. Anyway, this is it. What's taking place, ladies and gentlemen, is TJ Washington. Thank you. What's taking place? Oh, I agree with you, Don. Don Wayne, long live the Bengals, absolutely. D. Lynn, thank you. What's taking place? See, like, a lot of times I'm like, thank you, Sam, thank you. A lot of times, Ronald Foos, hello. A lot of times I have to, like, because if you even mention Botox B, the exhumed body, in a title, you probably won't get monetized. And I'm serious about this. Probably won't. If you even mention the New York Post article, even the actual publication name, I've had issues. And so a lot of times when I'm like, my headlines are very benign, or my titles are very benign, because you have to understand, I'm trying to fly below the radar. I could have the most awesome, amazing, enticing titles, but I am like total. So now I'm like, President Trump leads in voter registration. Meanwhile, the algorithm is like right here. So I'm like, hi, algorithm. President Trump leads in voter registration. I have to be a combination of NPR and like a golf announcer. So that's like sometimes, and then I'll say Madam Secretary. I won't even say her true name. I won't even use Beelzebub or any. No, I'm just joking. But I won't even say. Well, sometimes I will. But so I just have to be like under the radar. And the biggest call that I'll make is 2 straight elections. So this is for the haters and the naysayers and the people who are, I don't like your hat, and you were wrong about Clinton. I will have made 2 straight election calls, okay? Then every once in a while, like, you're wrong about the midterms. Like, well, I was right about the Senate, and we increased our lead in the Senate, and I was right about individual House races. Fine, I'm human. What do you want from me? I'm human. Sorry, NPR quoted me. I don't know if I told you. So, Scott Bullion, what's coming up next with Botox B? Okay, let me tell you something. Scott, great question. Everybody here. I could go into my hunter trance, but it's only going to get exponentially worse. Exponentially worse. Exponentially worse. And you have to understand something. Scott, great question. And thank you, Scott, as always. Great question. Tim Pool, Styx, Exenhammer, Tim Pool, Black Conservative Patriot. There are a lot of channels. Steven Crowder, Mark Dice. They're all doing the heavy lifting regarding this story, because they're all big enough to do the heavy lifting. And they're amazing. And there are other people too. I mean there's so many awesome everybody from Anthony Brian Logan to Brandon Tatum to but I'm talking about in terms of this story. Steven Crowder had Giuliani on the past 3 days. It's worse than I could have ever imagined, and I've been saying every single day that Clinton is going to take it. It's worse than even I could have ever imagined. Even I didn't imagine that there are emails saying, thank you for the meeting, and I am going to give this to the big guy, the big man, This money to the big man. This money to the former vice president. Thank you. I will serve as a conduit. You will pay me, and then I will serve as a conduit. Then they say Trump is enriching himself from the presidency. He is losing money from the apoplectic, negative, fuming, seething, horrible, venomous vitriol every single day from the media. He's losing money. He was already a billionaire. Okay, politicians get a government salary. So Scott, thank you so very much, Scott. Thank you. Politicians get a government salary. How are they rich? PE, popcorn future. Or corn. Corn. There you go. There's a commodity. PE. The commodity market's up. PE. Chicago Commodities Exchange. Newborn quail. Newborn quail. They do the heavy lifting and you do the heavy laughing. At least I know. Newborn quail. Thank you. PE. Thank you. Now you have Ice Cube. He just was. It reminds me of a Public Enemy song. Ice Cube was part of. It was actually a song about Hollywood. So if you like old school rap, there's a song about Hollywood. I'm not going to tell you the lyrics, but it's pretty awesome about how nefarious Hollywood is. But yeah, I mean, thank you, PE and newborn quail. Newborn quail. And then now they're really newborn quail, plop. It's worse than I could have ever imagined. See, that's why I'm like, President Trump up in swing states. What could be wrong with that? And then I'm like, yeah, emails, what's up? Yeah. It's worse than I could have ever imagined. Scott P.E., newborn quail. The newborn quail, that's a great name. It is worse than I could have ever predicted or imagined. And just today, he's New York. Okay, Joe Biden's polling lead slips in wake of Post report on Hunter. Okay, so his polling lead is slipping. The whole thing was fabricated anyway. So he never had a 16-point lead. Here's a newsflash to Democrats whose outrage will be heard throughout the universe. He never had a 14 or 10 or even an 8-point lead nationally. That's absurd. This is a reflection of the contempt that the establishment, both left and right, has of President Trump. It's not a reflection of the support he has throughout the country. President, first of all, he actually is leading in voter registration in Pennsylvania and in Florida and other swing states. That's an important issue. And they say, well, overall, Democrats have an overall lead, and it's just they have Republicans have had a voter registration lead recently. But the overall numbers, yeah, but that's because Democrats are in every mall, every supermarket saying, want to register? And people are like, okay, fine, I just got to go. These are people actively saying, okay, I want to vote for Trump. I want to register as a Republican. Okay? I'm not registering as a Republican to vote for Clinton. Or, now they're thinking Biden, but it'll eventually be Clinton. Clinton will eventually be there. So don't spike the ball in the end zone, people. I swear to God. It's kind of funny, too, because the other day I had literally, it said, Madam Secretary will replace current nominee. And then I still get people like, are you ready to call it quits? It's so fun seeing you backtrack from your prediction. It's like, did you not read the title? I haven't backtracked at all. I'm going full steam ahead. And at the end of the day, no matter what, we'll be partying on this channel. Are you kidding? 2 straight elections that I've predicted, and 2 straight elections President Trump wins. And this election, it's like, okay, Botox B is not going to save Comey, Strzok, McCabe, Clapper, but all of them from the Durham probe, which is still ongoing. The Durham probe has not ended, people. The Durham probe has not ended. Okay? When they say Barr unmasking probe finds no irregularities and is given to Durham, Justice Department unmasking. The Justice Department is filled with career Democrats. The unmasking is one part. That's not even the most important part. That's like a small, tiny. That's a small, tiny event that just shows when they say no evidence, no irregularities, no evidence. They're hiding behind, well, it was just we had to unmask people because they were caught in surveillance of President Trump's campaign. That the Durham probe, it says, even the New York Times says, findings given to Durham. The Durham probe has not ended. The Durham probe is continued. The Durham probe has not ended. It's just starting. Paul Bartlett, hello, my friend. Hello, Paul. Thank you. Be here, Paul. Paul Bartlett and everybody be here November 3rd. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be and Simon, baby quail, newborn baby quail, a newborn baby quail. Botox B. Give a little droplets of milk into Botox B's mouth. Caress. We've nurtured you. Now fly to November 3rd. Fly. Plop. Oh. Let me tell you. Slender Chunk! I'm Canadian Goodman's Rat. That is all. Yes! Slender Chunk! A fantastic name, Slender Chunk. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Canada. And thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. That's awesome. I greatly appreciate that sentiment and those kind words. Please be here, Slender Chunk. Please be here November 3rd. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be so fantastic and amazing. We will have viewers from Canada, wonderful viewers from Canada like Slender Chunk, and wonderful viewers from the UK and Australia and Nepal and Hong Kong. I have viewers in Hong Kong. I have viewers around. I'm so thankful and lucky and fortunate, especially wonderful Canadian viewers like Slender Chunk. Thank you so very much for, you are rad and awesome as well. Thank you so very much. And any words that originate from the 80s, I just love so much. Anything 80s. Love anything 80s. Love the 90s too, obviously, but love anything 80s. Thank you, Slender Chunk. Greatly appreciated. Very kind of you. Botox B is done. So now we don't know how it's going to happen. I'm thinking maybe like, I don't know. He jumps into the reflecting pool like I've been saying without any clothes on. Hishima, kind of hot in here. Getting hot. It get hot. Hishima, get hot. And rub it down. Rub the leg down, erect. Hairs. I don't see nothing wrong with rubbing Joe Biden's leg hair down. I can't even play if I play his. Thankfully, I have a wacky personality, so that's, I guess, hopefully enjoyable enough. But I can't even play his own words because that's become an issue. Basically, don't even look at the man. Pretty soon, they're going to be like, it's now against the pandemic rules to look at Biden. If you even look at him, don't even think of him. Just, we'll take your hand, manually, physically, take your hand and actually press the button that is the opposite of Trump. Don't worry about who it is. We will just make sure you vote opposite Trump. Don't look. You can't even listen to Biden. Don't even ask him questions. Don't even look in his presence. Okay? That's what the Russians want. That's what the Russians want from you. Yes! Newborn quails! No, it's not grody. Hearts of Palm is grody to the max. Newborn quail. Oh my God. Who doesn't love Hearts of Palm? I love Hearts of Palm. Newborn quail. Simon, thank you. Average Joe Wright, hello. Stephen, great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. We're all in this together, and I didn't pick the 1 year that the Clintons didn't have an unbridled quest for political ambition and power, not seen since Nero, Caligula, and Attila the Hun. I didn't pick, by the way, that dorsal fin ain't flipper. I can go on forever with all of these. But when you have new revelations, oh, newborn quail, thank you. As always, thank you, Simon, thank you. When you have new revelations that Botox B and his son have been selling the office, now you had people selling the Secretary of State. Nerble Florp! Damn, no time for anything lately. Keep up the great live stream. Thank you so very much. Talk to you later. Nerble Florp, thank you. Thank you, Nerble Florp. Greatly appreciated for you stopping by and watching and supporting the channel. Thank you so very much. One of the great names, by the way. I have so many great names on this channel. But Nerble Florp, thank you. Thank you so very, very much. Derek, yes. It's happening. Nerble Florp, thank you. Thank you, Nerble Florp. You type in Botox B, and you can't shake this. It's like squeezing out toothpaste. You can't put toothpaste back. You can't put toothpaste back once it's squeezed out of the toothpaste. You can't undo. You can't close the Pandora's box that you've opened. Okay? It's not possible. Okay, here. You can't put toothpaste back in the tube. Okay? You can't put toothpaste. You cannot put toothpaste back in the tube. You can't seal the Pandora's box shut when you've already opened it. It's impossible. Okay? There's nothing that... There's no way to undo what's taken place. Okay? And the Post is a very, very... It's a well-known... It's a, well over 100-year-old publication. So you can't... you simply can't say, oh, this will pass. It's getting worse. And there's something called a massive trove. A massive trove of emails and correspondence. Nerble Florp, thank you. The Space Force Channel! Shalom, shalom to you too. The Space Force Channel, thank you. Thank you so very much, Space Force Channel. Shalom. Thank you so very, very, very much, the Space Force Channel, for your support and just for watching. Thank you. Nerble Florp, the Space Force Channel, thank you so very much. You can't undo. They cannot undo what has taken place. And one thing, like, they have spent 4 years, every single day, every single hour, every single minute, every single second, with headlines like, "This is the end for Trump. This is the straw that breaks the camel's back. This is the end. This is what's going to take down his presidency." Every single day they've said this. They impeached him on nothing. Now we find out they impeached him for what his current challenger is guilty of doing. They have cried wolf 365 days times 4. So what, 1,400 days. You look, ladies and gentlemen, 1,460 days. 4 years worth. That's 1,460 times. Almost about 1,400 times. 1,400 times, ladies and gentlemen, in the past 4 years. 1,400 days. 1,400 shrieks and screeches. Newborn quail! Even a conduit can't do it. Newborn quail Simon, thank you. They have tried 1,400 times. If I tell you 1,400 times, I'm going to pick you up from the airport, and you're stuck at the airport for 4 years, at what point do you say, maybe this person isn't going to pick me up? Maybe I should probably take an Uber or a taxi. If I tell you 1,400 times Trump is going to that city, he's going to stay. They wanted him to self-impeach. They are completely delusional. They are not only delusional, they are stuck in this they're stuck in this world. Like, imagine, this is the definition of misery, ladies and gentlemen. Joshua Brenner. It's true in a way. This is the definition of misery. Like, every day, everyone here, I wake up and I say, thank God President Trump is president. I honestly say, thank God Trump is president. Thank God Trump is president. Thank God. Thank the good Lord. Thank God. Thank God Trump is president. Thank God Trump is president. Then orange nightmare. Every day they wake up, they're reminded they lost. Every day they wake up, they're reminded of their inability to accept the fact that Trump is president. And they find solace and they find comfort in retweeting and sharing and pontificating and preaching and politicizing everything that takes place on the planet and blaming it on Trump. They have zero context. Democrats are completely apoplectic, hysterical. These are understatements. If they took, God, heaven forbid, this is just an analogy or hyperbole or satire, but if they took 20 Valiums and smoked 10 acres of weed It would get them to just kind of nervous level. It would get them to just kind of annoying nervous about Trump. They wouldn't even be calm. That's how utterly apoplectic they are. And they can't possibly admit. And this is very important, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. If I make it to the major leagues and bat .230 and then I'm out after 2 years, or .220 with 0 homers and 30 strikeouts in 100 at bats, and I'm out, are they going to call me Babe Ruth? The Clintons, Botox B's, the Exhumed Body, Botox B. The Democrats are the Babe Ruth. They're the Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, and I don't even want to tarnish the names of Ruth and Gehrig, but like, they are the Hall of Famers of corruption. Do not ever accept, definitely don't debate anybody, but the people who say that, they're all corrupt, it's all the same, are mindless drones that have no concept of degrees of corruption, or have no concept that, some things are worse than others. Trump is not, first of all, Trump isn't even corrupt, but if you want to assume, say he's corrupt, because there's the corruption is media fabricating controversy. If Trump's presidency was accurately reported on, it would be pretty boring and mundane. We would have had record low unemployment, and then there would have been a pandemic that that states had to deal with on their own, with their own laws and their own regulations and their own protocol. President Trump had no bearing on any of that. The notion that states were looking to him for guidance is hilarious. They tried to impeach him right before the pandemic. Okay? That is a cop-out and an excuse for governors putting infected people in old age homes. And Democratic states are doing the worst by every standard of measurement. By every standard of measurement. And it has nothing to do with population, because Texas and Florida are doing infinitely better, and they have a lot more people than New York and New Jersey. God bless the people of New York and New Jersey. But it's the Democrats who run those states who ran them into the ground. But Trump did not make money from the presidency, okay? You're looking at Bill Clinton Inc. These are campaign emails. They can't type an email without corruption. What is with Democrats and emails? I mean, cybersecurity is non-existent, absolutely non-existent for Democrats. But from cheating Bernie Sanders, Pete Solano, I think, you know what, H.A., Pete, I think it's just, I really think that it's just, I really think, Pete, that it's not even going to be an issue. So Nerble Florb, the Space Force channel, thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you, the Space Force channel. Thank you. Newborn Quail, Pete Solano, it's not going to make a difference. Because you can't hide the truth. The truth, it doesn't matter if Russia wants you to know the truth. The Democrats are now down to, Putin wants you to know Biden is actually corrupt. Well, is he corrupt? Putin wants you to know that Botox B got money while his son was brokering transactions and took commission. Botox B took essentially commission or a cut of brokered meetings that his son brokered. And, oh, by the way, some of these meetings took place right before he threatened another country with loan guarantees unless they did his bidding. And it wasn't U.S. foreign policy. And U.S. foreign policy isn't crafted within an embassy in another country. The State Department or the White House decides on those types of things. And when is the last time a U.S. diplomat or the vice president forced another country to fire anyone? I want to know. I want to know right now. It's never happened. Democrats get away with everything because the media they're all Democrat. They only care about winning. But they keep losing, and they will lose this election again, and they will realize at the end of the day that even if they believe that they're morally right, see, this is the mentality of journalists today. They think that because they're on the side of justice, that eventually anything they do will be justified. Mike Fortner! Harry Carey reaction, Hunter.
Mike Fortner. I mean, how can you say Hillary's gonna come?
Oh, no.
How can you lose a laptop?
I can't do it.
You put emails on a laptop and lose it at Schmooley's laptop on Wilmington and First.
I'm trying, Mike. I'm trying. I can't do it. Mike, thank you. Pete Solano. It's not going to matter, Pete. We have it in the bag. We're in the driver's seat. Thank you, Pete Solano, as always, sir. Thank you, Pete, so much. Thank you. Ryan Jackson, finally home, piling up debris, blasting you in the yard. Love and blessings to you, mods and viewers. God bless you, Ryan Jackson. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan Jackson. That's awesome. Ryan Jackson, thank you. Be here in November. It's going to be awesome. There is zero momentum for President Trump's current challenger. Zero momentum. Zero momentum. There is zero momentum going into the election for Democrats. All the momentum is President Trump. All the momentum is finding out what media is simply trying to sweep under the rug. It's like if you're at Thanksgiving dinner, okay? You're at Thanksgiving dinner. You're the only normal person there. And you know your mom is doing something with the mailman. And you know your dad is doing something with the mailman and his secretary. And you know that your uncle and aunt are part of a criminal empire selling koala bear furs. And you know the turkey was actually stolen from the neighbor. The neighbor doesn't have a turkey. And, you know, every other family dirty secret that you know, and everyone, and they're all pretending. And they're all pretending. And they're all saying, well, you know, pass the cranberry sauce. It's so great to have a wonderful, normal Thanksgiving. This is a normal, wonderful, fantastic Thanksgiving. This is an absolutely normal Thanksgiving. You are either going to say something or leave the table. Or you'll flip the table over. That person is the entire country. Media and Democrats are everyone at the table aside from that person. So you're not going to deceive an entire country of people. Even the people that want Democrats to win understand what's going on. Even those people, but they don't care. The difference, however, is that there's a hierarchy of corruption. Just like there are players who make the Hall of Fame and players who leave after a year. Just because you're in politics doesn't mean any corruption is the same as all other corruption. The Democrats are in the Hall of Fame of corruption. And they have media that's complicit. And they can get away with more because media will just... I mean, it's pretty unbelievable how delusional. How delusional they all are. So, Jack, no, she is running. Clinton is going to be there at the end. You watch, ladies and gentlemen. I have not wavered. I have not wavered. Ever. Never wavered. For the people who want to say, oh, you know, AJ, I told you she's not going to run. Wait till November 3rd. We can party. And, you know, that'll be that. If people want to bring it up, that you know, but she will. Okay. If you look at Clinton's profile on Twitter, she's not said a word about this. Yet she's supposed to be this vocal defender of Biden. Are you kidding? I'm telling you, about a week before. Either a week before or a couple days before. I don't care. A week before November 3rd, a couple of days before November 3rd, they're going to have to make that switch. Because that will bring the enthusiasm. Because the people who would have voted for Botox B are going to vote for him anyway. They pass the mantle to Clinton. You'll get a whole lot of younger people, a lot of people on the far left who say, at least she's a woman. So they will have already built in the Botox B vote, which is said to be 16 points up, which is hilarious and false. Then they switched last second to the first female president, and then they have the first female president and female vice president, and it's the antithesis of the Trump years, of the Trump era. Like, I love this. Everything's so dramatic because they're such sore losers. The Trump era. The era of Trump. Like, what? Oh, my God. Record low unemployment. So horrible. A reversal of U.S. foreign policy. Oh, my God. No interventions. Wow. Oh, my God. That's so horrible. So, I just don't see. You've had, if you look, 4 years is about 1,460 days. They've spent 1,400 days thus far, around 1,400 days. That's like 1,400 times. All of media has told you Trump is about to end his presidency. And now they have an actual legitimate story, a legitimate story of massive corruption, massive, unheard of corruption. When is the last time you've gotten emails showing that a vice president's son was brokering deals and giving his father, the vice president, a cut of the deals that were made from in-person meetings? Even Madam Secretary had the good sense to delete those emails. Red Skull, thank you. I am Siler, hello. I agree. I am Siler, hello. Red Skull, hello. You have to ask yourself, at what point, after the election, And a lot of people are saying this now, and it's true. Their whole thing with the mail-in ballots is that when they lose miserably on Election Day, they can just say, oh, well, we're going to come back by 300,000 votes in 6 swing states. You just wait, and if we don't come back, then it's been a complete cover-up, and we're going to investigate why we didn't. You watch. They'll keep the House, and then they'll investigate why they didn't come back, which will be hilarious because it'll show that they engaged in malpractice or election fraud practices. They'll actually inadvertently be investigating themselves because they're so arrogant, and then they'll find things. They'll find things pertaining to their cheating. But that's the beauty, Dave. That's the beauty. Because when Madam Secretary says never concede, she's referring to herself. She's not referring to Botox B. They could say, oh, he stubbed his toe. And you know what? We can't go in. We have somebody who didn't stub her toe. And then who knows if it's an excuse. I always say, okay, they can do anything, and they'll just, they can do anything, absolutely anything. And media will cover it up. They can do absolutely anything. Absolutely anything, and media will cover it up. So, I mean, and I look, if I looking at this election, I wonder why she didn't just run in the first place. Of course you would get pushback. Of course they're petrified. Why do you think I get such joy from bringing it up, aside from the fact that it's happening? Because people are petrified of it. They can't imagine somebody so reviled would ever be part of another election. But the past 4 years has been make everything morally relative for Madam Secretary, not for Botox B. He doesn't have. This man should never be near a campaign for the presidency. He's been propped up like a newborn baby quail. Like a newborn quail. There's never been a politician who has been so pampered and coddled and helped or propped up, by media. Never. There's never. Even Clinton had a tougher time with media. Even Clinton had a tougher time. Okay? There's never been a politician supported by media in this manner. Never been a champion, supported, endorsed, propped up, helped. That's never happened. Pete Solano! No. I wouldn't worry about that at all, Pete. I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the same thing happened in 2016. More or less, the same thing happened in 2016. Every single arrow in their quiver has been, utilized against Trump. It hasn't worked. Pete, think about it this way. President Trump's in the driver's seat to win. There's nothing that Facebook or Twitter can do at this. If anything, look what they're doing. Everything they're doing, every single thing they're doing has backfired. Think about that. Every time they, exactly, Dragon, exactly. Every time they try to cover up a story, the opposite takes place. The opposite takes place. Whenever they try to sweep something under the rug, it piles up to a point where you can't even walk. It's like it becomes a little mountain underneath the rug. So there's the influence of Facebook and Twitter that's going to be pretty much non-existent in about 3-4 years. Pretty much non-existent. You're going to see a huge, Pete Solano, thank you. You're going to see a huge paradigm shift. An enormous, enormous paradigm shift. After November 3rd, they have a choice to make. Nurble Florp! Look at the spouses of some of these people. Some of these ties are absolutely amazing. Got to run, have fun. I mean, yeah, John Kerry, right? Nurble Florp. Kerry is one. I think, let's see, McCain's wife. George Washington. Hamilton. They all married very influential women. The Secret Spaceship. Thank you for the kind words. Nurble Florp. Great point. Great point. Great point, Nurble Florp. Great point. Excellent point. And I agree with you. I agree with you. It's the other way around with Madam Secretary. I think Bubba Bill is the secret sauce behind everything. Oh, I like that. I like that nickname. They call me the secret sauce. Just ask certain people. We won't get into that. We won't get into that too much. Nurble Florp. Thank you, Nurble Florp. Thank you. One of the great names on this channel. Nurble Florp, you're awesome, and I agree with you. John Kerry is the first person that comes to mind. Tools are the most, yes. It's going to be very interesting. Be here at 9 p.m. tonight. Be here at 9 p.m. this evening. Subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. If, people, you watch. For the people who are saying, oh, well, it's not happening, huh, H.A.? You watch the next 2 weeks. Anything, not only is anything possible, Clinton is going to replace Biden, or they lose miserably, but they'll lose either way, so what do they have nothing to lose, in other words. I have not, just wait. I will keep saying that Clinton will replace Biden until November 3rd, because there's no way they're actually going with this man. And if you think the email extravaganza is ending, look up the definition of massive trove. Massive trove. It ain't ending anytime soon, people. It's only getting worse. A lot worse. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless. Nurble Florp, thank you so very, very much. Everyone here, thank you so very, very much. The Space Force channel, thank you. And everyone, I'll be here at 9 p.m. tonight. Be here at 9 p.m., people. Be here at 9 p.m. this evening. It's slowly happening. You watch, everybody. President Trump's going 8 years, so I'm right about that. That'll be 2 straight elections. But you watch. Clinton will eventually be on that ballot on November 3rd. You watch. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. God bless. Eric, H526, Luke St. Martin. And I agree with you on that, Eric. Thank you. Luke St. Martin, thank you. And thanks for everything, Luke, Eric. I'll see you tonight, everybody. Nurble Florp, Pete Solano, Ryan Jackson, Mike, Newborn Quail, Simon, everybody, thank you so very much. Cheryl, thank you. See you tonight, everybody. Jason, thank you, Jason. God bless you all. I'll see you tonight at 9 p.m. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.